Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. First, fill a saucepan with water. Cover it with a lid and wait until it boils. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Friends, please write in the comments, what country and city are you from? It's very nice to know that we can communicate all over the world. And add your Chinese noodles. Cook them according to the package instructions until tender. Next, take a bunch of green onions. Cut them in half along the middle. Slice the white bases lengthwise. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. Place them on a plate. Now crush 4 large garlic cloves with a knife. Chop them finely. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. Put the garlic on a small plate. Take 1 white onion and chop it into thick slices. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. Separate the layers. Place them on the plate with the white bases of the green onions. Cut 1 yellow pepper into strips. place it on the plate. Then cut of 1 red pepper into strips. Put it on the plate with the yellow pepper. Next, slice 1 carrot into thin strips. Place it on the plate with the papers. Take a piece of beef, about 1 pound or 450 grams. Slice it into thin strips. Place the strips in a bowl. Add 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Four tablespoons of oyster sauce. 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. Mix gently until the beef is well coated. Add 5 tablespoons of olive oil. Mix everything. Let the beef marinate for about 10 minutes. Drizzle a little olive oil over a hot frying pan. Add the white onions and the white bases of the green onions. Stir them. Add the red and yellow peppers and the carrot strips. Mix it well. Sprinkle with 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, stir fry until the vegetables are tender but still crisp. Return the cooked vegetables to the plate. In the same pan, add another drizzle of olive oil. Add the beef strips in a single layer. Cook, stirring occasionally until browned. Add the minced garlic. Pour in 1 cup of white wine. Cook until the wine reduces slightly. 3 more tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 3 ounces or 100 milliliters of water. Simmer for 5-7 minutes or until beef is tender. Add 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Then cut the uncooked green tops into smaller pieces. Stir them into the pan. Add the sautéed vegetables. Mix thoroughly. Sprinkle 3 tablespoons of sesame seeds over the top for a nutty flavor. To serve, arrange the noodles on a plate. If you like, make a small well in the center. Spoon the stir-fried beef and vegetables over the noodles, letting the sauce drip through. There, you have a nice, colorful plate of stir-fried beef with vegetables and noodles. I hope this recipe brings as much joy into your family as it did mine. Thank you for cooking with me today. But that's not all. I have a second, equally delicious recipe for you. First, let's take 6 peeled potatoes and place them in a pan. Fill the pan with water, just enough to cover the potatoes. And add a pinch of salt. Give it a little stir. Turn on the heat to medium-high and leave the potatoes to cook for about 30 minutes. Then cover the pan with a lid. While the potatoes are cooking, take a frying pan and pour in a bit of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom. Now, finely chop 1 onion. Add it to the pan. Cook it over medium heat until it becomes soft and slightly golden. Next, finely chop 1 carrot. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. Add it to the frying pan with the onions. Stir them together, letting the flavors combine. Now, grate 2 cloves of garlic using a mini grater. Add them to the pan, stir gently, and let that wonderful aroma fill your kitchen. Now, take 1 red bell pepper and chop it finely. Friends, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about new similar recipes. Add it to the frying pan. Stir everything together so the bell pepper blends well with the other vegetables. Finally, chop 6 to 8 mushrooms into small pieces. And also add them to the frying pan. Stir everything together and let it cook for about 5 minutes, allowing all the vegetables to soften. Next, add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste to the pan. This will give our dish a nice, rich flavor. Stir the paste into the vegetables until it's evenly distributed. Then add 3 tablespoons of flour and stir it well. This step is important to avoid any lumps and to thicken our stew later. Next, cut 1 pack of bacon into small strips. to another small frying pan. Place it on medium heat and fry for about 5 to 10 minutes until it turns crispy and golden. The bacon will add a lovely smoky flavor to our dish. Once it's done, remove it from the heat and add the bacon to the pan with the vegetables. Give everything a good stir so the flavors start to blend together. Now it's time to cook the beef. Take 1 pound or about 900 grams of beef and cut it into small cubes around bite-sized pieces. Pour a bit of olive oil into a large frying pan and heat it up. Once the oil is hot, add the beef cubes in a single layer. Fry the beef until it's browned on all sides. This will take about 8 to 10 minutes. Make sure you don't overcrowd the pan, as we want each piece to cook nicely. When the beef is beautifully browned, season it with 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Give it a good stir to make sure all the pieces are coated with the spices. Once done, remove the beef from the heat and add it to the pan with the vegetables and bacon. Mix everything together so all the flavors are well combined. Now comes the delicious part, creating that rich, savory sauce. Pour 2 cups or 500 milliliters of red wine into the pan with the beef and vegetables. Then add 1 cup or 250 milliliters of water. Give everything a gentle stir to combine and bring the mixture to a gentle simmer. Lower the heat, cover the pan with a lid, and let it cook for about 40 minutes. While our stew is simmering, let's finish up the mashed potatoes. By now, the potatoes should be ready. If they're soft and easy to cut through, they're done. Drain the water from the pan. Now add half a stick of butter, or about 60 grams. Pour in about 100 milliliters of milk, and start mashing the potatoes with a masher or a fork until they're smooth and creamy. If you prefer your mashed potatoes a bit fluffier, feel free to add a bit more milk. Next, finely chop a bunch of green onions. This will add a lovely touch of freshness and flavor. Mix everything together thoroughly so the green onions are evenly distributed throughout the potatoes. Take a bunch of fresh parsley and chop it finely. Add the parsley to the stew. The parsley will add a touch of color and a burst of freshness to the dish. And give it one last stir. By now, your beef should be tender and the sauce should have thickened up nicely. Now it's time to bring everything together. Take a plate and spoon a generous serving of the mashed potatoes right in the center. Use the back of the spoon to create a little well. In the middle, this is where our delicious beef stew will sit. Next, carefully spoon the beef and vegetable mixture into the well you've created in the mashed potatoes. Make sure you get a bit of everything, some beef, some of that rich sauce, and a few vegetables in each spoonful. And there you have it, a wonderful, hearty beef stew with mashed potatoes, perfect for a cozy family dinner. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'd love to hear how this turned out for you. And now, I will show you my third recipe. Let's get started by melting half a stick of butter, which is about 60 grams, in a large frying pan. Once the butter melts, add 1 cup of rice to the pan. Lightly fry the rice for a couple of minutes, stirring so each grain gets coated in butter. This adds a nice subtle flavor and gives our rice a wonderful golden color. Now pour in 1 cup, or 250 milliliters, of chicken broth. Cover the pan and let it cook on low heat. In another frying pan, add a bit of olive oil and let it warm up. Now, finely chop 1 onion. Add it to the pan. fry the onion for a few minutes until it softens and turns a lovely golden color. Next, grate 1 clove of garlic on a mini grater. Add it to the onion. Garlic gives such a wonderful aroma, and it blends beautifully with the onion. Now, grate 1 carrot. If you have any questions about the recipe, write to me and I will answer as soon as I see it in the comments. Add it to the pan. The carrot adds a bit of sweetness and a vibrant color to our mix. Next, finely chop 1 red pepper. Friends, I'd be happy if you could give this video a like, as it's the best reward from you. And 1 yellow pepper. These peppers give the dish a lovely mix of flavors, and their color will make the dish look beautiful on the plate. Now, take 6 to 8 mushrooms, depending on their size, and chop them up. Add the mushrooms to the pan. Letting them cook until they start to release their juices and soften. Now, here's a little extra flavor. Take 2 chorizo sausages and slice them into rounds. Add them to the pan with the vegetables. The chorizo will add a bit of smokiness and spice to the dish, making the rice extra flavorful. Now add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Give everything a good stir, letting the tomato paste blend in with the vegetables. Next, add 1 teaspoon of salt. One teaspoon of pepper. And 1 teaspoon of oregano. Stir and fry everything together for about 5 to 10 minutes until the flavors come together and the vegetables are nice and tender. Once it's all cooked, remove the pan from the heat. And gently transfer the vegetable mixture into the pan with our fried rice. Stir everything together and let it cook for another 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the rice to soak up all those wonderful flavors from the vegetables and chorizo. While our rice and vegetables finish cooking, let's move on to a refreshing salad. In a salad bowl, add a few generous handfuls of arugula or any leafy greens you like. Next, take 12 to 15 cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. Add them to the bowl. Now, slice 5 to 6 mini cucumbers into rings. Add those in too. For a bit of crunch and sweetness, finely chop 1 red bell pepper. Add it to the mix. For a creamy texture, we'll add 1 avocado, cut as shown in the video. And finally, add 2 tablespoons of Philadelphia cream cheese. Finely chop a small bunch of green onions. Sprinkle them over the top for a bit of extra flavor. Now we'll quickly whisk up a dressing for our salad. In a small bowl, combine 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice for a bit of tang, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. Stir everything thoroughly until it's well mixed. Drizzle the dressing over the salad and give it a gentle toss, making sure each ingredient is lightly coated. And now it's time to serve. Place a generous portion of the fried rice on a plate. Add a fresh helping of our colorful salad on the side. You'll find that the warm, flavorful rice with chorizo pairs beautifully with the crisp, refreshing salad. Take a moment to appreciate the colors, aromas, and flavors that make this dish so delightful. I hope this meal brings warmth and happiness to your home, just as it does in mine.